Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Over the past few weeks, reports of attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh have sent ripples not just across India, but now finally across the world as well. Be it the brutal lynching of Deepu Das or the killing of another Hindu youth, Amrit Mandal, homes of Hindus that have been targeted and set ablaze. This is just the tip of the iceberg, what is seen and cannot be suppressed. Bangladesh insiders, in fact, have been pointing to grave conditions under which minorities of all hues are surviving in Bangladesh. A brave voice from the film industry now has opened up a larger debate of Indian silence on these atrocities, calling out hypocrisy over such matters. But then it's not just her, others have also voiced their concerns. Where is the rest of Bollywood though? Because this is the same industry that united so passionately about what's unfolding in Gaza, for example. Their social media feeds were flooded with statements, hashtags, calls for justice. They're also very vocal when minorities are attacked in India. But then, why does the same passion not come out when Hindus are attacked? In India, the moral argument made is that Hindus are majority community in India, so it doesn't need the same amount of attention. But then why not about Bangladesh, where Hindus are indeed a minority? Do celebrities have a favorite cause or community that they like to speak up for only? And has Bollywood's hypocrisy finally been called out by its own? We'll take that up with our guest joining us in just a bit. First up, let me tell you exactly the faces from the industry that have now called out their own as well. Actor Jaya Prada questioned why some are silent in the name of secularism. Janhvi Kapoor is another name. She called out for condemnation on all forms of extremism. I expand on her statement in just a bit. Meanwhile, actor Manoj Joshi questioned the selective outrage, asking why those who raised voice for Gaza won't speak up now. And actor Kajal Agarwal has also sounded an alarm, terming this a wake-up call for all Hindus. In fact, not much expanding needs to be done than what Janhvi has written herself. Her post was poignant, poised and hard-hitting. She said, if you don't know about this issue, then watch the videos, ask questions. And despite all of this, if you feel nothing, then this is exactly the kind of hypocrisy that will be the problem for the entire country, that will destroy us before we know it. She added, we will continue to cry about things halfway across the globe while our own brothers and sisters are burnt to death. Extremism in every form needs to be called out and condemned before we forget our humanity. Let me remind you why we are raising this issue, because the eyes that were once on Rafah, for example, seem to be looking away now. Alia Bhatt, who had shared a post on her Instagram speaking up for the children in Gaza, is yet to speak on Bangladesh. Samantha Ruth Prabhu, another prominent name, who had been amplifying Instagram posts that call out Israel's attack, hasn't shared a single post on Bangladesh. Priyanka Chopra, who highlighted the devastating impact of the Israeli military operations on children in Gaza, has donned silence. Or Radhika Apte reshared a series of videos and posts about Rafah, hasn't shared even a single statement. In that case, there was a war going on. In this case, these are targeted attacks on civilian societies. So yes, you can talk about atrocities in Gaza, they merit the outrage, but don't the Hindus in Bangladesh deserve the same? It's right there across the border, and there's a shared history between India and Bangladesh. You cannot pretend that this is not our matter. On one hand, a large section of the film industry remains silent on Bangladesh. On the other, there's a section of our own polity that is going all out, downplaying the plight of Hindus in Bangladesh or indulging in whataboutery. Listen in.
ये जो हालात हमारे देश में हैं, यहाँ वही धर्मांध फैलाने वाले कट्टरपंथी ताकतें जो हैं, जिस प्रकार से अल्पसंख्यक समुदाय के खिलाफ जो कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं, वही रिएक्शन वहाँ पर उस प्रकार का हो रहा है। हम बांग्लादेश में जो हमारे हिंदू भाइयों के साथ हो रहा है, ईसाइयों के साथ हो रहा है, उसकी घोर निंदा करते हैं।
मगर जो लोग इसको जेनोसाइड कह रहे हैं, कहाँ से जेनोसाइड है मुझे बताइए आप। यहाँ के लोगों को उसकी क्या फिक्र? जो लोग हिंदुओं का दम भरते हैं, उनको सरहद के पार हिंदू मर रहा है उसकी तो फिक्र है, लेकिन अपने देश के अंदर मुसलमान मर रहा है उसकी फिक्र नहीं है।
बहुत पूरी बात समझी गई है। वहाँ जो हुआ वो गलत है, वहाँ होता है। यहाँ ये यही करते हो ना आप, यहाँ मुसलमानों का लिंचिंग का कम करते हो, लेकिन यहाँ हो रहा है वहाँ इसलिए उधर होना चाहिए, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं।
Even as the entire country, the world is crying for justice for Hindus, there are tears for Gaza alone, but silence on Bangladesh. Has Bollywood's hypocrisy been called out by their own? That's coming up.
टिप्पू चंद्र दास नाम के ये एक मासूम हिंदू भाई को भीड़ ने मिलकर मार डाला।
गाज़ा या फिलिस्तीन में होता है तो सब लोग बाहर आते हैं, लेकिन जब बांग्लादेश में एक निष्पाप हिंदू को मारा जाता है तब कोई बाहर नहीं आता। ये बड़ी दुख की बात है।
First up, I want to go across to Sudipto Sen, director of the Kerala Story, a Bengali filmmaker himself. I want to begin by taking your view, Sudipto, on what's happening in Bangladesh. Several people from Bollywood have spoken out. Your thoughts on what is transpiring in our own neighborhood?
Well, I have two identities here. One is I'm a film fraternity member, as well as I'm a Bengali, and my family belongs to Bangladesh. My family has shifted to Bangladesh, to India from Bangladesh in 1947 onwards. So we have, like many other Indians, we have a strong stake in Bangladesh, and what is happening now these days in Bangladesh is barbaric. It is manslaughter. It is we are enraged. We are angered, and I think this must be stopped right away.
Speaking as a member of the film industry, though, even though somebody like Janhvi Kapoor, who's a very big face in her own right from the industry, has now called out the hypocrisy from within the industry, saying you talk about things happening halfway across the globe, but not many are talking about Bangladesh. Do you agree with her? And did this need to be called out?
Absolutely. Honestly speaking, you know what? Recently, I was in Israel, and I went to those areas where this manslaughter of 7th October 2023 happened. I went to those areas, and everybody was writing about the killing of Gaza children. Strangely, nobody is writing about those in 6 hours. 1,700 people been slaughtered by the Hamas in Gaza, Israel side of the Gaza. Yeah, and nobody is reading. So I am extremely frustrated, extremely enraged with these industry people of my compatriots, that why they are so silent, why they are so selective about their reaction. We can talk about that all eyes on Rafah. We can't talk about all eyes on Bangladesh Hindus. It is the situation in Bangladesh in last 3-4 months is so horrific that I am surprised to know that the film fraternity, the artist community, the painters, the writers, and interestingly, Bangladesh always led the cultural community in the world. You know that World Language Day, it is 21st of February, where 6 young students of Dhaka University gave their life, and whole world celebrate those life as a world language day. Today, when Dhaka has turned into the terror state, Dhaka has turned into the state of the hooligans. Not a single voice is been erased from Indian film industry. I just come to know that Janhvi Kapoor has tweeted something. I am so happy that somebody, a young actor, has shown the courage to talk about it. It is really good that she has started this campaign from our side.
In fact, I was going to ask you exactly about this. There are now certain brave voices. You are amongst those who faced a lot of flack when you made a film like The Kerala Story, an issue that nobody wants to talk about. Films like Kashmir Files have faced flack, or what Dhurandhar is facing right now. But there are these young voices from the industry, Janhvi Kapoor included, that are now emerging, that are calling out this hypocrisy from within the film industry. Do you think this is a positive trend and one that is only going to grow in days to come?
We were talking about since the time when Bangladesh has jumped into this situation when this Sheikh Hasina's government was being uprooted and Sheikh Hasina compelled to flew down to Delhi. Since then, we are raising voice against, because that time there are the film actor, film producer being killed in Dhaka. The cricketer Liton Das's house was being enraged. So we are selectively trying to figure out that what is happening in Bangladesh, it is not something which we could tolerate. A. B is, we have our stake in Bangladesh. Our army, our people from the border areas, given their blood, given their sweat in the freedom movement of Bangladesh. In 1972, when Bangladesh was being liberated, it is India who is the only country who stood by Bangladesh and shaped up a new Bangla, shaped up an independent Bangla. So the selective outrage against the India, against the Hindus in Bangladesh today should appeal the youth of India, youth of our country who are understanding at this point of time that it is that Islamic fundamentalism which is causing this trouble in Bangladesh, and it is not any stray incidents. It is going to be a major impact on the youth of our country when already that large number of Bengali youths in the 3,000-kilometer Indian border, India-Bangladesh border, the huge number of Bangladeshi youth are illegally crossing the border due to the unrest in their country.
I get what
it has a long-lasting impact in our economy, in their future career. So, besides the fact of the barbaric attack on the Hindus, we have reason to be concerned about this influx of refugees once again.
Yeah, but that's not a fashionable issue to talk about from the woke industry. But I'll leave it at that. Sudipto Sen, thanks a lot for joining us and setting up this debate for us. Let's open this up to our other guests joining us. Sonal Mansingh, Padma Vibhushan recipient and former Rajya Sabha MP joining us. Shehzad Khan, actor from the film industry, and Shubrashta, author and political analyst with us. Shehzad Khan, I do begin with you. We have these global activists in the film industry who are worried about everything that is going on in the world. But they are not concerned by what's happening in Bangladesh, our neighboring country, a country we share historical and population connect, a country that was partitioned out of India. So you cannot pretend that, oh, this is another country's matter. This doesn't bother Indians, or as Indians, we have nothing to do with it because we have a shared history with Bangladesh. Yet, barring Janhvi, barring Manoj Joshi, just handful of voices want to speak on what's happening in Bangladesh. Why should this not be called out as selectively woke?
Thank you very much for having me on your show. Shivani ji, मैं तो इस चीज की कड़ी निंदा करता हूँ. I condemn this act, what is done in Bangladesh with these two gentlemen. I totally condemn it from my side, and I being a part of the film industry, I totally condemn it.
सर, आपने ऑनलाइन कुछ डाला इस पे?
मेरा ऑनलाइन डालने पे नहीं डालने से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है.
लेकिन मैं आपके शो पे आके कह रहा हूँ कि मैं इसकी कड़ी निंदा करता हूँ. मैं इसको कंडेम करता हूँ कि इस किस्म की चीजें किसी भी मुल्क में नहीं होनी चाहिए, किसी भी जाति के साथ नहीं होनी चाहिए।
शहजाद जी, मैं
जी।
आपको सिर्फ इंटरप्ट कर रही हूँ सिर्फ इसलिए बिकॉज आई थिंक यू आर मिसिंग द पॉइंट दैट आई एम मेकिंग। दिस इज नॉट अबाउट होल्डिंग यू अकाउंटेबल एज एन इंडिविजुअल फ्रॉम द फिल्म इंडस्ट्री। या
जी।
आज आप शो पे आए हैं तो आप बोल रहे हैं आई कंडेम इट, इतना तो कोई भी बोलेगा, कोई सपोर्ट तो करेगा ही नहीं।
जरूरी नहीं है कि
लेकिन-
कोई भी बोलेगा, जरूरी नहीं है कोई भी। और अगर लोग बोल रहे होते तो आप मुझसे सवाल नहीं पूछ रही होती।
नहीं तो मैं वही कह रही हूँ ना, मेरा सवाल तो इसलिए उठ रहा है क्योंकि फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में इतने पॉलिटिकली अवेयर वॉइसेस हैं, वो हर चीज पे पोस्ट करते हैं। राफा के लिए, गाजा के लिए इतनी बातें उन्होंने करी, बांग्लादेश में सिर्फ 4 ही लोग बोल रहे हैं।
बांग्लादेश के लिए 4 नहीं, मेरे ख्याल से जितने भी हम जो इंसानियत, जिसका मजहब, जो इंसानियत के मजहब में मानते हैं वो जरूर बोलेंगे, चाहे वो फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से हो, चाहे वो किसी भी इंडस्ट्री से हो।
नहीं बोल रहे ना, लेकिन जरूर बोलेंगे, सेपरेट इशू। उनकी अंदर की आवाज नहीं बोल रही है आज। राफा
आज
के लिए
मैं
तो बोल
आपको
रहे
एक
थे।
चीज कहना चाहता हूं कि बांग्लादेश का सबसे बड़ा सुपरस्टार इतिहास में आज तक जो रहा है वो रहा है चंकी पांडे। आप समझे? चंकी पांडे वॉज द बिगेस्ट सुपरस्टार ऑफ बांग्लादेश। तो हर आदमी की अपनी अपनी वो होती है कि वो बोलना चाहे, नहीं बोलना चाहे, वो दैट इज अप टू देम।
नो बट
बट
आप मुझे ये बताइए, आप मुझे ये बताइए शहजाद जी, बिफोर आई ओपन दिस अप, ऐसा
जी।
क्यों है कि जब इंडिया में अगर माइनॉरिटीज पे अटैक होता है तो बॉलीवुड स्टार्स बोलते हैं, बोलना चाहिए उनको, ऐसी बात नहीं है कि नहीं बोलना चाहिए, लेकिन जब वो इतना पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविज्म करते हैं तो उनके ऊपर एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है कि जब बांग्लादेश में माइनॉरिटीज पे अटैक होगा, जो हिंदू माइनॉरिटीज है, तो वो उस पे भी बोलेंगे। क्यों, मतलब इतना घबराते क्यों है वो हिंदूज के लिए बोलने पे?
मैंने तो ऐसी घबराहट नहीं देखी मैडम। आप
तो साइलेंस क्यों है ये?
साइलेंस को क्या, भी क्रिसमस का मौका है, लोग हर
अच्छा।
आदमी अपने अपनी चीजों में मसरूफ है। वो अपने ट्विटर पे कहें, बोलेंगे, जब उनको वक्त मिलेगा दे विल डेफिनेटली से।
वक्त नहीं मिल रहा है उनको, ओके, आई अंडरस्टैंड
सकता है,
दैट।
हर
इतने
आदमी
बड़े
कहीं ना
बड़े
कहीं-
लोगों को वक्त नहीं मिल रहा है इंस्टाग्राम पे पोस्ट
बिल्कुल।
डालने के लिए।
हो सकता है नहीं मिल रहा हो सकता है हर आदमी अपनी अपनी चीज।
सोनल मानसिंह, व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस? Is this selective silence, or is this just, you know, a matter of timing right now? People are busy in festivities, as if they weren't speaking when other festivals were also going on in India, and when the Israel and Gaza offensive was going on.
बहुत ही शर्मनाक है कि नॉट ओनली बॉलीवुड but artists in general are not speaking up. मैं तो आई एम ए स्टेज आर्टिस्ट, सो मैं ये देख रही हूँ कि बड़े बड़े उस्ताद, बड़े बड़े पंडित, बड़े बड़े नृत्यकार, कोई मुंह खोल के नहीं बोल रहा है, और उसमें भी बंगाली कलाकार भी बहुत सारे हैं। चलिए, जैसे इन्होंने कहा कि फेस्टिविटीज़, लेकिन फेस्टिविटीज़ तो चलती रहती हैं। हमारे यहाँ तो 365 में से 300 दिन तो कुछ न कुछ एक डे होता है। पॉइंट इज के आमार सोनार बांग्ला आमी तोमाय भालोबाशी, ये उनका राष्ट्रगीत है जो नजरुल इस्लाम जी ने लिखा। और नजरुल इस्लाम एंड रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर, दे वर कंटेम्पररीज। और नजरुल इस्लाम के नाम को, उनके घर को, या ये सारा जो भी चला है, उसमें शायद उनको भी अपमानित किया गया है बांग्लादेश में। तो बांग्लादेश की जो परिस्थिति है, देखिए, हम तो अभी ये 2 इंसिडेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं। हम कैसे भूल रहे हैं कि पिछले वर्ष क्या हुआ, इसी वर्ष के शुरुआत में क्या हुआ, जो बिल्कुल एक पॉलिटिकल ना हो के ऐसे आसुरिक, डेमोनिक उसमें चला गया, एक गड्ढे में, कि इसकी जोड़ी अभी मिलनी बाकी है। यानी हम तो ये कह रहे हैं कि जो यहाँ की पॉलिटिकल पावर्स हैं, जो कह रहे हैं ना कि जो नेपाल में हुआ, जो श्रीलंका में हुआ, वो भारत में होगा, जो बांग्लादेश में हुआ। अरे भाई, चाहते क्या हो आप? जब आपको कहना चाहिए कि ये शर्मनाक है, इसकी हम कड़ी निंदा करते हैं और सरकार से हाथ जोड़ के विनती करते हैं कि कुछ कीजिए, हिंदू को मुंह छुपाने की कोई जगह है कि नहीं है, क्योंकि ये तो हिंदू राष्ट्र नहीं है, ठीक है ना, ये तो सेकुलर राष्ट्र है। हिंदुओं पे जो अत्याचार यहाँ पर भी हुए, वहाँ तो हो ही रहे हैं, पाकिस्तान में हो रहे हैं, और हम लोग बस बोल के रह जाते हैं. मैं तो नहीं जानती कि what are the political compulsions, but it is true that our society, our civil society is not coming up. एक ऐसा बवंडर मचना चाहिए कि इससे हिल जाए, पता चले कि भाई भारतवर्ष उठ के खड़ा हुआ है कि ये नहीं हम चला लेंगे.
Yes, and this is where,
किसी ने कुछ कहा, किसी ने ट्वीट.
And this is where prominent voices play a big role. And you know, this isn't even about hypocrisy on what happens in India or outside India. Shubhrashta, at one level, the argument is made, let's see, we want to focus on our own country. If that is true, then why were you so vocal about Gaza? And if that is justified, why can't you speak about Bangladesh? But let me remind you that actually this selectivity has been there for Hindus in India also. How many people speak up or spoke back then? Chalo, tab to social media nahi tha. How many people have even spoken up today to what happened to Kashmiri Pandits in Kashmir? That was India, right? That was also a minority in the Muslim majority state of Jammu and Kashmir. When Kashmir Files gets made, it becomes propaganda. So basically, if the victim is Hindu, then we are not activist, because it's not considered secular and liberal to condemn Hindu killings.
So I need you've asked me to give a comment, right?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
You've summed it up perfectly. I would just want to add as to why these things seem so revealing, and none of them are entirely comfortable to acknowledge. I think there are three things. First is the moral language that has become so performative rather than bearing weight, that every outrage in this country today follows a grammar of recognition. So if you're speaking something which is understood, rewarded, and echoed by global platforms, you would do so.
Yeah.
If it is echoed by your peer circles, you would do so. But when a situation, say for example in Bangladesh today, sits outside that grammar, then people become very, very cautious about their posture, their discernment, and and they begin to take pause. So as Mr. Shehzad pointed out, there's Christmas going on. So let us pause the season of outrage and let us be performative when it suits us. The second, I think, problem is this proximity to Bangladesh, which alters our language of courage. And I say so because, as he again Mr. Khan rightly pointed out, Chunky Pandey is a big star in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is not far away. It's threaded into our history, culture, memories of partition and all of that. Now, to speak of this risk in an unsettling relationship is to offer your professional, ideological, and even personal, leeway to a country, which one wouldn't want to do for purely commercial interests. So distance allows us to become very clear in what our politics is. Closeness demands responsibility of us. And I don't think anybody in the film fraternity today has the guts to take that responsibility. And when I say anybody, I mean the institutions which are there in film industry, whether formal or informal. I also think, third reason being that dissent has become very narrow. The whole, architecture of defense. So what one meant, what at one point in time meant standing up with the vulnerable, has hardened into this kind of a self-belief that we need to stand only when there are familiar ideological frames. When the suffering happens outside that frame, the victims either they do not have the right vocabulary, they will be too right-wing, or the empathy begins to falter. And this is not accidental. Let us not assume that this is all accidental. This is a quiet discipline of dissociating oneself from any kind of uncomfortable positioning.
Exactly. Anything that goes beyond your very narrow prism of what ideological boundaries you believe in and what you don't believe in. And Hindus, unfortunately, have become the victim, that because, I'm guessing what you're pointing out to, that because, let's say, a party like the BJP, groups like the RSS, VHP speak for Hindus, therefore we don't want to stand up for Hindu or Hindu suffering, because then it could be alleged that we are, furthering the agenda of these political entities or religious entities. But this is again where the selectivism comes out. Shehzad Khanji, I want to ask you one more time. Is it commercial interests, global interests that keep Bollywood members from speaking out on certain issues?
देखिए, each one for himself and God for all. मैं अपनी बात कर सकता हूँ. आप अगर चाहेंगे कि मैं शाहरुख खान की या सलमान खान की या आमिर खान की बात करूं, तो वो ही बता सकते हैं कि उनका क्या है, क्या नहीं है. वो क्यों नहीं बात करते, वो क्यों नहीं बोलते हैं. तो वो each one for themselves, God for. I cannot speak for them, or I cannot speak for anybody from the film industry. I can speak for myself.
आपको लगता है कि कमर्शियल इंटरेस्ट डिसाइड होते हैं कि आप किस इश्यूज पे बात करते हैं, उससे कमर्शियल इंटरेस्ट इफेक्ट होते हैं?
वो आई डोंट नो, वो उनकी जो सलाहकार होते हैं, हर एक्टर, हर स्टार के सलाहकार होते हैं, पीआर टीम होती है. वो यहाँ तक पीआर टीम जो है वो यहाँ तक बताती है कि आपको किस एंगल में आपको फोटो देना चाहिए, किस एंगल में आपको क्या करना चाहिए, किसको इंटरव्यू देना चाहिए, किसको नहीं इंटरव्यू देना चाहिए. तो इट इज ऑल अप टू द पीआर टीम एंड ऑल. इसके जिम्मेदार वो एक्टर तो होता नहीं है. आई थिंक इट इज द पीआर टीम व्हिच डिसाइड्स व्हाट द एक्टर शुड डू, व्हाट द एक्टर शुड नॉट डू.
बहुत अच्छी बात है. I wanted to take this forward. Actually, he's hit the exact crux of the matter. It is PR. When you speak for Rafah or Gaza also, it is PR. Let's call it out. But it is more popular PR. Shubhrashta first and then Sonal Mansingh.
You know, I'm really thankful to Shehzad Khanji for pointing out this issue, because this is what the people of this country need to understand, that there's a difference between a public intellectual and there is a difference between people who pretend to be public intellectuals just in the garb of being popular in their own fields. I'm not denying an Alia Bhatt or a Ranveer Singh or a Ranveer Kapoor, etc., of their acting prowess. But let us understand that everything that they do beyond acting is curated content for commercial interests. The day we realize that, we would begin to see them as actors and not heroes. You know, we have a heroine today sitting in our show. We have a Sonal Mansingh who has stood for cultural ethos, who has stood for cultural, preservation for years and decades on end. If she has to speak something, I don't think she ever makes, political statements just out of thin air. I've never seen her speak on political conversations just like that. It's only on areas that she has expertise in that she ventures to make a statement. And even if they are political, it comes from her sense of deep emotional and experiential reality. We need to understand where our artists are. Please identify what roots are artists today before taking their statements as a holy grail.
Yes, and in this I want to add not just artists, Sonal Mansingh, they have their own commercial interests. They are not quote unquote public intellectuals who are 360-degree public intellectuals, as Shubhrashta is pointing out. I also want to call out industry bodies, even media bodies, journalists themselves. Look at global media right now. Look at their coverage on Bangladesh and attacks on Hindus. It is all done to equalize what also has happened in India. Keeping aside the fact that, India is a much larger country, you cannot compare the numbers, for example, for our population or Bangladeshi population. But even if I leave that aside, why do you need to bring in India when the story is about Bangladesh? And in this, I want to call out global bodies also. Look at the likes of Amnesty International. The kind of outrage you see from them on certain issues, you just don't see when the victim is Hindu. Sonal Mansingh.
I think this is a very dark humor to bring in the name, even the name of Amnesty International. I don't think that any one of us, we consider Amnesty International as any serious body or any body, a group or organization that sets aside personal and national interests and then speaks with wisdom and speaks objectively. I don't think so. Anyway, I think that as Shubhrashta said, I have stood up for every issue that concerns art, society, and my country. I have always been called controversial because मैं बेधड़क हूँ. I have the courage of my convictions. I've never backfooted. I am saying that why only, I mean, Kanhaiya Lal and so many others, what has been happening over the past couple of decades especially? On one hand, the burgeoning population, you know, I am speaking about one particular community, and then on the other hand, Hindus who are just sort of, you know, they are looking here and there. What is the problem? The problem is not being able to think straight. The problem is not having the courage to speak up. People are scared.
People are scared.
Tomorrow somebody will come at my door, knock, and if I open, tarak. This kind of fear is there, let me tell you. And this is not artificial. I've spoken to so many of my students, their parents, my friends. They all say, yes, yes, Guruji, yes, you are right. Yeah, we should do something. Do something as what? Then they say, हम क्या करें, हमारा अड़ोस पड़ोसी है, हमारे बच्चे यहाँ जाते हैं, वहाँ जाते हैं, उनको कुछ हो गया तो. I think we need to be more realistic.
Okay,
But
I
I
understand.
would also agree totally with you. With you, yeah, that people should speak up. People
Or
should
speak up, you know,
and
my
with
point is-
emotion.
My point is, everybody is allowed their own agency. You want to speak up for one issue, you don't want to speak up for another issue. It's your right. But then, please, in society, don't project like you stand for all human rights and all communities and you are truly secular. You have your narrow visions and preferences, fine by me. Every individual is allowed it. But don't act holier than thou. I will only leave it at that message. I do thank our guests for joining us.